Hey, you guys. I'm ready to talk about something that's pretty serious, so if you have any triggers about topics on suicide, and don't worry, it's not about me, I highly recommend turning off the video. So, 9 months ago, I lost a really good friend of mine, and a lot of people keep these kinds of things to themselves. You know, we don't want to bring anybody down. We don't want to talk about things that are really hard to talk about because everybody has a lot to deal with already. But I think that this is one of those topics that we need to talk about, or at least spread awareness about, because there's a lot of people that contemplate that kind of thing without really understanding like the gravity of the consequences, or how much pain they're going to go through, or how terribly wrong it can go. And it's such a permanent decision. And I'm just here to say that, 9 months later, I miss him like crazy. He's a really good friend. And to be honest, he wasn't my best friend or anything. He was a really good friend, but he was like my husband's best friend, So we weren't like, super, super close, but like I saw him a lot and he made a huge impact on my life. So sometimes people think that they aren't that important, or that people aren't going to miss them, but we do. Like, we do. Every time I get sushi, I remember that Alex introduced me to sushi. Anytime I hear about D&D, like, he was the one that played D&D with me. He taught me how to play Magic the Gathering, He was one of my friends that did. He was an awesome person. He was giving. He was kind. He always made people laugh. He had this great laugh that I can't even mimic. It's just unique to him. He was just so cool. I'll never forget him. Aside from that, there's something else that I learned from that experience that I'm still stuck on. So, I'm not going to get super emotional during this video. Like, I've cried my tears. I'm probably going to cry more tears. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Like, I'm here to talk about the thing that blew my fucking mind. So, trigger warning. So, Alex loved guns. And he had researched and told me, like, that he wanted to shoot himself in the head one day. And he told me how he was going to do it. And I was like, at the time, I was like, whoa, buddy, Alex, don't tell people those kinds of things, because somebody might do that. Like, they don't need to know how to accurately shoot themselves in the head. That's not something you tell people. And I was like, also, like, I don't know what to say. I wanted to help him when I listened, and I like directed him to a professional kind of, like, I was like, you really should talk to somebody about that. Like, you matter and you're important, And I thought that maybe by spending time with him or just hanging out with him more, that, maybe he would feel loved, or that, maybe we could help him. But 8 years later, after he had 3 kids and a wife and a home, like a happy home, is when he did it. So it totally shocked the fuck out of me. I thought we were like way past that I had, we had gotten through that. But there's a lot of personal stuff that goes on in people's lives that you just don't know about. Like, things that they carry with them, the pain from their childhood that they don't talk about, that it never leaves us. you know, like that part of our lives. So even when you reach out and even when you hang out with people, sometimes things go wrong. So he was alive after that. After all of his planning and research and everything, he was alive for 20 more minutes. So they found him after the gun went off, and he was looking around at people like in shock, and he couldn't talk because he lost that part, but he was aware. And I'm stuck on that. I'm just stuck on the fact that, like, how was he aware? Like, what part of our brain do we actually need? What's the bare minimum that we need for our heart to beat and our eyes to work? What kinds of thoughts was he having? Could he feel pain? And if he could, he couldn't articulate it. He didn't even cry. And I'm just like, how did he not cry? How were there no tears? And it's blown my mind. I miss him like crazy. And I'm really shocked, like, who we are as people, you know, isn't really that complex. And what part of our brain makes us who we are? So anyway, obviously you know that I've been really questioning a lot and living life to the fullest, trying to enjoy every moment, trying to push forward through everything, and spreading the word that religion kills, because I'm fucking serious. He would not have been in that situation if he didn't have so much pressure from religion. And I'm not gonna go into his personal shit, but it carried on through his life since he was little. Like, a person took advantage of him when he was really little. And he learned to people please because of religion. And he did everything for his family because they expected him to, because of religion. So he wouldn't have died without religion.